uh, I do feel that this is something that I actually have to talk about. And so I'm going to go over this and I'm going to read it. And then we're probably going to move on. So, ahoy, crew! I'm Captain Tom, and today we're going to be starting Stardew Valley. However, I wanted to start the stream on a much more somber note, that being my anxiety, my history with it. As many of you do know, I've set the stream page up as a safe space and intend to keep it that way. Today, however, I wanted to use this to talk about my history and share with you the story of my anxiety. I have suffered from anxiety for many years, and for a very, very long time, I wasn't aware of it. When I was in the first grade, my life had started to change, and I was being ostracized from my class and my school due to some rumors spread by someone who I did think was my friend at the time. I had thought that this was happening because I had made friends with someone else, and I didn't know how they were taking that or how they were perceiving that, and I wouldn't know the full details until later. Nevertheless, the inception of my anxiety had begun with me not knowing what people thought of me and truly starting to believe that I was genuinely hated by everyone. It was perpetuated by a near daily basis being told that I was annoying, unwanted, and unliked. There were times where I would pretend to be sick in an attempt to avoid school, not live the hell that my life had become at the time. When grade 8 had hit, I had moved schools. My life had finally started to improve, albeit not that much. And again, it improved in high school, but again, I didn't know about my anxiety, and that was a big problem. Nevertheless, the damage being told near daily that no one liked me, I was unwanted and annoying, had set in and had a tremendous impact on me. To this day, I'll often believe that I'm unwanted, unliked, annoying to even those who I consider close friends. In addition, my empathy is through the roof, however, at the cost of my self-esteem. When I turned 20, I went to see my doctor and I spoke about the idea that I might have anxiety. She gave me a test, which I had thought I was being nice to myself on, and I was going about answering the questions in a less honest way, if I'm being perfectly honest. When I found out at the end of the test, there was a writing at the bottom that stated that how to calculate the results. I went and calculated and found out I was one under the score of having anxiety. My instant thought was that I shouldn't be trying to make things look better than they are, and I went and started revising. At this point, my doctor walked into the room and began to go over my test, and I've gone backwards in what I've written. That's not. So at this point, my doctor had walked into the room and stated she didn't even need to look at my test because I most definitely had anxiety. I was properly diagnosed. Later on, I would find out the reasons for my exile in elementary school with my mother giving her perspective. When the soccer teams were being made, there were some unusual decisions being made. The lady who was in charge, who happened to be the mother of what would become my high school bully, or my elementary school bully, had put me on the English team. For reference, when they were making the teams, drafting the teams, they selected from the French team and put them together, and the English team and put them together. This was the same for every single grade. But I was put on the English team. And the reason I was put on the English team was because her husband was coaching my team and her eldest son's team, because my friend was in my class, and so she made a change. And that change was to put me on the English team. Now, I didn't care because I didn't like soccer when I was a kid. I really hated it. It wasn't my thing. But this was, in my mother's opinion, the reason that people started to look at me as though I didn't belong. I was put on the other team, so why would I? The reason for the change of me was because their eldest son shared a name with me and also had ADHD. Nearly 8 years of daily reminders that I'm unwanted, unliked, and annoying would continue, and because of my pain, and not being willing to talk to my family at all about it, I would be suffering in silence. I know I'm not the only one, and my pain does persist to this day. And the anxiety after so long of being conditioned is likely going nowhere. But I need to state for you all, no matter what, you are worth something. Know that you mean something to someone. And if you don't think so, I hope that I or someone else can change your mind. Because no one should have to feel the way I've felt at all. And thank you, Nord. I appreciate that. And have a it's good day to you too, Nord.